Okay, get ready, ladies and gentlemen. This is the man in black mask, and he's here to share a story with some of you. Some of you can attest to this, of course. You know what I'm saying? Furious Britney Spears wants nothing to do with her mom, Lynne, who she blames for the conservatorship. And you know what? Thank you, Britney. Okay, let's begin, shall we? Britney Spears is refusing to see her mom, Lynne Spears, even after the matriarch flew to Louisiana to Los Angeles to desperately try to extend an olive branch to her daughter. Page 6 has exclusively learned. Thank you, Page 6, for allowing me to share this. You know, I think Britney had every right to cut off her parents because this shit would not have happened without them. Think about it. I mean, they ruined Britney's life when they should have been the one helping her, but no, they chose to fuck her. And now they're going to lose their daughter because, you know, she's hurting. Even though she's out of the conservatorship, she's still going to be in a lot of pain. And I'm sure a lot of us are scared for her because of the aftermath, because when you get out of a 10 to 20-year conservatorship, it can be really hard to adjust to the outside world. Like you've been in jail or prison or in a mental institution for so long. Anyway, backtrack to this here article. Things are so bad between the newly freed pop star and her mother that Britney, 39, wouldn't even let Lynne, 66, into her house shortly before the conservatorship ended last Friday. I don't blame her. Fuck her too. And fuck Jamie. Sources say that the bad blood between them stemmed from Britney blaming her mom for ruining her life with the conservatorship, which controlled her personal affairs and estate for nearly 14 years. Yeah, actually 13, because the conservatorship started in January or February of 2008, and we're now in November 2021, so that's 13 years and counting. No more, though, because Britney's free, but she's still going to need some support outside of the conservatorship. A few weeks before the conservatorship ended, Lynne flew to Los Angeles to try to reconnect with Britney, a source told us. Come on, Lynne. You know better than to try to mend fences with the very daughter that you fucked up. And now you want her help after everything you contributed to? Shut the fuck up. But Britney didn't even let Lynne into her house. She is furious with her. Lynne tried over a number of days to try to visit, but Britney just shut it down. Thank you. She fucked up on principle, and now she want to try to mend fences. How fucking stupid can moms and dads be nowadays when it comes to their children? The very children that they're supposed to support. But no, they have hidden agendas in place that would fuck them up permanently and make their kids not give two fucks about them. I mean, seriously. These motherfuckers. Some of them shouldn't even have fucking children. They don't know how to raise children. Them both abused Britney. And so a lot of us can attest to our parents and grandparents doing mean shit either to us or in front of us when we was growing up. That, hey, you don't got to talk to them if you don't want to. There isn't a law out there that says you have to stay attached to family. Even if it is a law, I say, fuck the law in that instant. Lynne was trying to see Britney around the time the toxic singer wrote in a since-deleted Instagram post. My dad, Jamie Spears, may have started the conservatorship 13 years ago. But what people don't know is that my mom is the one who gave him the idea. I will never get those years back. Fucking A. And Britney, I hope you sue those motherfuckers. And Britney added, she secretly ruined my life. And yes, I will call her and business manager Lou Taylor out on it. So you take your whole I have no idea what's going on attitude and go fuck yourself. You know exactly what you did. Making things worse, Lynne filed a petition earlier this month asking for more than $650,000 in legal fees from the conservatorship battle. Looks like she won't be seeing a fucking dime out of Britney because Britney ain't in a conservatorship no more. So both Lynne and James are going to be broke on their asses. And look out, because Britney's going to sue your punk asses. Lynne asked in court documents obtained by Page 6 that Britney's estate pay her attorneys, whom she claimed to have hired to help Britney free herself from what she saw as a very controlling existence. Lies, lies, lies. I'm glad Britney took the opportunity to free herself from what she saw as a very controlling existence. It is very controlling. I mean, all conservatorships and guardianships are built on control and punishment. There's no protection under such shit like that. You'll get punished before you get rewarded and protected. Once the court puts you under a conservatorship or guardianship, that makes you state property. Think about it. It is a fucking A controlling existence. Britney is right. Britney is fucking A on it. I mean, she ain't lying. She's a victim of this whole piece of shit vanity project. Think about it. And I'll be glad when Amanda Bynes gets out. She's next. The petition also stated that the lawyers worked on researching and vetting appropriate qualified expert doctors for Britney in May 2019 and added that they advocated for Jamie's removal from the conservatorship. On Monday, Britney wrote on Instagram that she was still on cloud nine after being free from conservatorship. You see, when you're on cloud nine, that means you're ecstatic, you're euphoric, you're happy. The whole 9 yards, baby. I'm glad she's enjoying her newfound happiness and freedom. She didn't have that shit for the last 13 years. And I'll never forget the time that I saw her testify, and I was moved to tears by all the shit that she went through. I mean, it was just fucked up on so many levels, I'm telling you, that they could do that to their own fucking daughter, Jamie and Lynne Spears. They should be ashamed of their fucking self. They say, you don't do that to your fucking daughter and then expect her to forgive you overnight. She may never forgive you. If I was Britney, I wouldn't forgive you. The net result would be the same on my part. I would tell you, fuck off and die. You bitch ass motherfucker. Fuck you for ruining my life. The Grammy winner said she toasted her newfound freedom with champagne over dinner at a fancy LA restaurant. I mean, after 13 years, I think I've waited long enough, she wrote. Ha. Britney, who turns 40 on December 2nd, said the celebrations will continue until the end of the year. I'm celebrating my freedom and my B-Day for the next 2 months. Reps for Britney and Lynne didn't respond to requests for comment. You see, I love, sharing stories about disabilities and how they get treated by the system in general, whether it's the mental health system or the criminal justice system or the school system, the whole 9 yards, because they're not nice to people like us. And people like you too, because I'm sure some of you that watch my channel have some form of disability to an extent. Some of you have even struggled with drug and alcohol abuse and addiction, and that too is a hot button topic because Britney dealt with both addiction and mental illness, and half of which led to the conservatorship. And I was meaning to say that it's both the parents' fault that Britney became a junkie and that she tried to kill herself a couple times, landed 25150s, one of which landed her in a conservatorship, but not before she lost custody of her 2 kids. That was all her parents doing. They fucked her up to where she couldn't manage her life at that point. So yeah, she needed assistance, but I just didn't think that the conservatorship needed to last like 13, 14 years. I felt that it should have at least lasted 5 years. But I did admit she did need guidance. Well, she's still going to need guidance, even though she's no longer in the conservatorship. I feel that Britney deserves a second chance. I feel Britney should keep her freedom and be allowed to learn from her mistakes. Okay? If I was Britney's advocate, I would tell the world, look, let Britney live her life, let her live in peace, okay? She's been through hell and high water enough, and y'all should just lay off of her and let her live her life. And don't put her through nothing else. And definitely do not set her up to get put in another conservatorship. And I'm sure her advocate, Jody Montgomery, will make sure that Spears keeps her freedom and does not get took advantage of like that ever again. And she will do whatever is in her power to protect the welfare of Miss Spears and her family alike, particularly the kids, because the kids have suffered through this too. And I hate that shit. I hate that the kids will put through this too, because the kids don't deserve that kind of trauma. You see what the courts and the public eye are doing to their mother, making her look like a fucking idiot. They didn't have to do that. They should have just left Britney the fuck alone. And I'm glad Britney is doing everything she can to keep herself and her family, let alone her children, away from her abusive parents. She blames them for the conservatorship. I made similar references to that in some of our earlier videos concerning this kind of subject. And I gotta admit, it's bizarre on so many levels. It makes me sad, being a disabled person in general. Some of you have seen that already, but I'm just telling you, it's very offensive to the disabled and formerly addicted community. You don't make fun of their fucking challenges. You don't do that. What, don't you have some of your challenges and you're gonna make fun of someone else's? How fucking dare you? You don't do that shit to nobody. And I'm hoping that Britney Spears wins the lawsuit and gets some of her money back. Because let me tell you something. Her parents still got some of the money. And I'm sure that once Britney sues, the shit's gonna hit the fan. She's gonna sue not only her parents, but her former legal team too. Maybe even her entire family. Especially Brian, who once served as trustee as Britney's estate during the conservatorship. Because very little was said about Brian Spears, who is Britney's older brother, of course. So, but I did hear that he did serve as a trustee for Britney's estate. Well, now he can remove himself from the position because the conservatorship is terminated. So, Miss Spears, good luck in your lawsuit. I hope you win. Hope you start a family because you have been through enough, man. And I feel that the public eye should just simply leave you the fuck alone and let you live large, let you live your life to the fullest, and they should stop treating you like a juvenile because you ain't a juvenile no more. When you was a kid, you got treated worse. And much of it resonated with the conservatorship and everything too, but I'm glad you're being given a second chance. Okay? I actually rooted for you when you testified and put Jamie on blast, as well as his legal team, of course. Now that's how you get even. That's how you get payback. That's how you get revenge, which is the best dish served cold. Thanks to the man in the black mask. He's giving you props for what you did in that courtroom. You did a fantastic job in spilling the beans and writing out those punk-ass motherfuckers that corrupted you the whole time. Okay? This is me to them. Fuck y'all bitch-ass motherfuckers for poisoning Britney like that. You fucking assholes. So take your vanity project and shove it up your fucking asses and choke on it till you die, you fucking punks. This gives the disability family a really bad face, okay? This gives the world a bad face and a bad name. You know how it looks for people like us when you make fun of us in the public eye and then set us up to get put on the conservatorships because you can't mind your fucking business and leave us alone? Think about that. We got a right to live our lives just like you do. But don't go fucking stalking us just because we got it bad and you don't. I mean, what the fuck is wrong with you? You know? Again, good luck with the lawsuit, Britney. And get some of your money back, too. And I'm also glad that we're going to see more of Britney than never before. I mean, 13 years. Come the fuck on. I hope Amanda Bynes' conservatorship don't last that long. Now, I'm going to be talking about Amanda Bynes sometime in the future because she's another one. I'm sure a lot of you is popping the question when it comes to both Amanda Bynes and Britney Spears, right? How come they didn't file for legal emancipation as youths? Because their parents had fucked them over as children and illegally did something with their money that they were earning, you know? I'm glad Macaulay Culkin, got legal emancipation before he too landed in the conservatorship. He was 14 and he emancipated himself from his parents because they were fucking with him and his money in ways that they shouldn't. So he had to get the fuck out of there and live his life on his own terms and spend his money on his own terms. You know, it's his life and it's his money, and they had no right fucking with him like that. I mean, I get that he's a child, but at the same time, he deserves equal respect. Okay? He was a child actor and was going through personal struggles at the time. Macaulay Culkin, of course, is best known for Home Alone, which is one of my all-time favorite holiday movies, of course. You know, seeing two bandits get owned by a kid half their age. Yeah, think about that. You know, but I'm glad Macaulay Culkin is living large, too, you know. He's doing his own thing. I'm sure he got a kid now. He's married. And Britney Spears wants to remarry and have more kids by Sam Asghari, of course, who has just landed a role in a Mel Gibson film, of course. And Mel Gibson was the first to reach out to Britney when she first landed in the conservatorship because he too has some disabilities of his own. It's worth knowing that Mel Gibson has bipolar disorder. And the one thing that scared me was back in 2006 when Mel Gibson got pulled over for DUI and made some racist rants. It kind of pissed me off to an extent. This whole racism thing and discrimination, particularly among people of color and those who are disabled. And I also want to say one thing, they didn't pull that shit with Kanye West. I mean, he too has some issues of his own, but they didn't try to get him under no conservatorship or nothing. I'm glad they left Kanye the fuck alone. They know not to fuck with Kanye. I'm happy they didn't do that shit to him. I'm glad they let him live his life. During which point they should have done the same thing to Britney and Amanda. They should have been allowed to live their lives. I'm glad Britney's living hers, but Amanda Bynes, I'm still a little concerned for her. So, Amanda, if you're listening, I'll pray for you. You too, Britney. If you're listening, I'll pray for you. Okay? And all prayers go out to Kanye West. I'm sure he got some issues of his own too, but he'll live. He'll make it. And I gotta admit though, Britney's story, each time I hear her or things about her, I can't help but feel like crying because of all the abuse that she endured. That kind of like corrupted her inside. Because I keep telling myself, Britney did not deserve to get treated like that. Okay? I'm also glad I didn't land in a conservatorship in spite of my close encounters. Like some of you, I've had my close encounters too. And I'm not afraid to show it. I'm just glad I was given a second chance. I also feel that Britney and Amanda should have been given second chances. At least Kanye got a second chance. Why not extend the other two the same fucking courtesy as you did Kanye? I mean, I don't get it. I don't understand none of this shit. This looks really bad for the disabled community. And I'm glad Britney's going to become an advocate. Because disabled people, they tend to have it worse once they enter the system. Whether it's mental health or criminal justice. They're both equally fucked up. And it also saddens me that disabled people get longer prison sentences than non-disabled people. Because, let's face it, some of these disabled people have committed crimes in self-defense. They didn't just decide out of the blue that they're going to go commit a fucking crime. I mean, come on now. I also feel the court should be more lenient towards people with disabilities. And they should be given the same courtesy as non-disabled people. I know a lot of you can attest to that too. And I hope to God that I'm right. So anyway, thank you for listening to The Man in the Black Mask. Don't forget to like and subscribe and tell me what you think about this bizarre encounter, of course. This bizarre yet interesting story. Because I know a lot of you are rooting for Britney, and quite frankly, so am I. So, like, subscribe, click the bell so that you can get notified whenever The Man in the Black Mask signs on the air. And he thanks you for your service. Good luck, be well, and have a good day. And check out my other videos too, if you're missing anything. And you got something to say, comment under my window. And if I catch it, I'll respond, but I won't forget you. So, good luck, ladies and gentlemen. And thank you for your service. The Man in the Black Mask loves each and every one of you, and he's going to continue to support you to the very end. Which in return, you will return the favor to the Man in the Black Mask, because he loves you. Good luck, be well, and have a good day. Peace.